Today replaced the or didn't replace but rebuilt the clutch slave cylinder. I went to go ride the other day, and when I pulled the clutch it was like real spongy, and then like as soon as I went to pull off, it just flamed out on me. I was like, oh, that was kind of weird. I went to take off again, and same thing, it just flamed out. Clutch was real spongy, just weird. But these 500s and the Husky 501s, the clutch slave cylinder inside there's two O-rings. There's an O-ring on the outer part of the slave cylinder underneath the gasket, but then there's another O-ring on the piston itself that goes back and forth and pushes the rod through to the clutch on the other side to engage it. So anyway, on mine, that O-ring was severely stretched out, just shot. So I replaced it. It was pretty easy. The whole rebuild kit comes with new gaskets, new crush washers, new spring, new bolts. I didn't have all that. My buddy Jeff had the O-ring, so I went and got his, used it, and it works fine. I gave it a test ride. Everything was great. It does take when you take you get the piston out of the slave cylinder. There's a trick with using compressed air, which I did, and it popped it right out. But as far as getting the piston to seat back in there properly, that took a little bit of work. I've seen videos where guys can just work it in there by hand on the bench, but I had to give it some good wax with a mallet. But once I got it in there, it was fine. I got it in there. It's worked fine. I test rode it. It's holding fluid. I don't have any leaks anywhere. Down in here, see where I was at. It's what I replaced right there inside of there. So inside there's a piston that goes back and forth. Every time you pull your clutch, it forces fluid down this line and pushes a piston in that hits a rod that goes straight through to your clutch on the other side, which engages the clutch and disengages when you release. So with that seal, that O-ring on the inside of that piston being shot out or being all stretched, it didn't allow, it was not allowing, wasn't working. Wasn't letting it work. So anyway, that's what I did today. First time doing it. It was pretty easy. You got to be meticulous. Don't lose the screw. I dropped the screw. I didn't drop it, but when I used the compressed air to blow the thing out, the spring popped out. So it took me a second to find that. And I thought I lost it, but it was just misplaced, sitting somewhere in plain sight. So anyway, that's my ordeal today. Right-hand twist, doing a slave cylinder rebuild kit on a 500 EXC. This is a 2015 500 EXC KTM. It's got 325 hours on it, 9,200 some miles. I love it. I'll probably never get rid of it. So yeah, that's it. Project done. YouTube and owner's manual. Any rider's best friend. So, right hand twist out. Thank you for watching. Appreciate it. Happy trails. All right, everybody. We're going to do this half-ass how-to video on doing a clutch slave cylinder rebuild. As you can see, my clutch is just gone. Total sponge, nothing there. So, already sucked all the fluid out. And down here, I did all this already before I started to make the video, but did not lose the screw. I just lost the screw already once, but the slave cylinder is there like that. So got to pull off the banjo bolt, the bleeder, screw off the top of the line, pull that out. Try not to damage your gasket, which mine is damaged a little bit. I'm going to order a new one or try to salvage that. But there's a trick you use to get this piston. What I'm replacing is drop that spring in there so I don't lose it. Careful not to lose that said spring that I just dropped in there. I lost it a few minutes ago and gave myself a panic attack trying to find it. But thanks to Chris Breezy we found it. So this is the piston that's inside of that slave cylinder that goes back and forth like that when you pull the clutch and actuates that rod right there that goes through to the clutch on the other side. So every time you squeeze the lever, this goes in and out like that. And at the bottom down here is an O-ring right there. And as you can see, mine is significantly worn. Look how big that is. It just falls right off of the damn piston. So there it is. That's what I'm replacing. That little O-ring right there. There's a spring that goes in that hole right there, and then into the back of the cylinder housing right there. So I've already got the part. Thanks to a buddy of mine gave it to me. I didn't have to order it. Not gonna have to wait. So I'm gonna put the new O-ring on. Oh, let me tell you about the trick. The trick for getting this piston out of the, make sure you mark your bolts. The bolts are different sizes that come out of there. This one up here is a long one that holds a chain guard on. So make sure you get it in the right spot going back in. But this piston goes inside of this like this. And to get it out, what you do is you get compressed air, hook the nozzle, put the nozzle in right in there, and you want to turn this over onto your bench or in a rag or something like that and get a nice tight seal with your air hose and a quick blast. And I don't see the spring again. Oh, there it is. All right, a quick blast and it'll pop right out into your lap or into your rag or onto your bench. So you just go back, slap that new ring on there. I haven't done it yet, but I'm gonna do it. Slap that on there, put it back in there, set it all back up, add your fluid, reverse bleed it, get all the air out. All right, everybody, here's a continuation video. So let's see, that's the slave cylinder there, okay? So I got the new O-ring on there, put the slave cylinder back in. It is kind of a pain in the butt to get the piston back in there with the new O-ring on it, but I did. I got it on there. So you got to come up. I reverse bled the brakes. Get you a hose and a syringe. Hook it up to your bleeder screw right there. Crack it open, and you force the fluid up into the system until you get bubbles coming out of the master cylinder up top here. I've already done all that, but now I got full clutch. Works great. No more sponge. I'm about to button this up now, put the chain guard back on, give it a wipe down, and a test run. It's good to go now. We're about to button it up, put it back together, and go for a rip. Right hand twist out.